Welcome to today's episode of Team Alpha Good Wandered Wave Dynamite Squadron Wolf. Today, we're diving into a topic that touches all of us: romantic relationship in the digital era. How has technology reshaped in the way we connect with others? What changes and benefits come with dating in the online world? If you if you ever wondered how social media and digital communication affect how you love life, then you're in the right place. Let's explore this journey together. Now, the production brought two special guests, Lick Danelli
Hello.
and Engineer Daira.
Hello.
Okay, the first question are Daira. If social media didn't exist, how different do you think your romantic relationships would be?
Well, throughout my life, I have only had one long distance relationship. So, speaking from that, I will feel more distant from my partner because social media helps us too much to interact easily and quickly from a long distance. If it wasn't for that tool as a means of communication, everything would be chaos. Can you imagine having to talk to each other through letters and waiting forever to receive them? Constant messages keep us connected and are a great support for the relationship to work.
Okay, Danelli, if you had never experienced jealousy because of social media, do you think your relationship would be less stressful?
You never feel jealous because of social networks. I think my relationships will be much more relaxed. I could enjoy every moment without the pressure of comparing my life with that of others, or the constant spurs to the perfect lives that others show could disappear, allowing me to feel more confident and confident in my own relationships. This will encourage more open and honest communications, since there will be no room for distrust. In short, my interactions will be more authentic and less stressful.
Okay. Danelli, again, if you meet someone entering online, do you believe in the relationship will have the same depth as meeting someone in person?
If I had met someone completely online, yeah, really, I think the relationship wouldn't have had the same depth as when meeting someone in person. Since face to face interactions provide an emotional connection that is difficult to replicate virtually, and non-verbal communication and shared experience in the real world are essential to building intimacy. Without those experiences, the relationship would have lacked certain nuances and connections that naturally develop in person.
Um, Danelli again.
Yes.
If it were easier to trust someone in the digital age, how different would your relationship be?
Okay. Again, I think my relationships will be much more solid and open. This trust often creates barriers that prevent authentic communication. If I could trust more easily, I would share my thoughts and feelings without fear of judgment, which would strengthen ties with others. In addition, I could enjoy a great emotional connections, which would make my interactions more meaningful and enriching.
Okay, now, Daira, if you didn't feel pressure to present a perfect image in your relationship on social media, would that change how you approach your love life?
The truth is that I have never felt that pressure because, to begin with, I don't find it necessary to expose a relationship excessively on social media. It's something that should be private, you know? In the past, I used to post a lot of messages, photos, or videos showing things about my relationship that nowadays I consider private. If I had been more mature, I would have lived those moments better with my boyfriend instead of sharing them with the whole world.
Oh, okay.
But Oscar,
No,
if your partner didn't post anything about your relationship online, would you feel uneasy about your connection?
uh, okay, I really wouldn't feel different signs. I'm not the type to show off my relationship on social media. But if I were worried about others finding out about us, then I definitely feel pretty uncomfortable. But
Um,
yes.
See, yeah, yeah.
okay, now I want to ask you something, Oscar.
Okay.
If someone had ever ghosted you in an online relationship, how would you have handled it?
Um. Ow. Well, I haven't been ghosted out of the blue, but I would be worried if that happened. I don't usually date someone unless I'm sure they like me back. So I would definitely feel concerned and try to reach out. If I couldn't, I really feel bad, so bad. But that question is for data. If you had a major argument over text, do you think it would be easier to resolve it if it had happened in person?
Definitely. Talking in person with your partner to solve a problem is often easier because you can pick up non-verbal cues such as gestures, facial expressions, and tone of voice. Something similar can be calls, but they are still not the same. My partner and I had difficulties because of that. If we could have met face to face, it would have been easier to resolve the misunderstanding. If I hadn't just texted, I would have clarified my thoughts or doubts instantly.
Okay, data again. If you had never felt tempted to check your partner's social media activity, would you trust them more?
Yes, if I had never been tempted to check my partner's social media activity, I probably would have trusted him more. The lack of doubts or insecurities about the relationship could have created an environment of greater trust and peace of mind. Trust is built through communication and honesty, and if I hadn't felt the need to check, that would indicate that the relationship is based on solid trust.
Okay, the last question is for Danelli. If you didn't have access to your ex social media after a breakup, do you think it would be easier to move on?
If I hadn't had access to my social networks after the breakup, I think it would have been easier to get over him without the temptation to see what I was doing or who I was with. I could have focused on my own healing process. By not constantly comparing myself to his current life, we would have avoided those moments of sadness and confusion that often arise when seeing publication. This would have allowed me to move forward more quickly and rebuild my emotional well-being without distractions.
Okay, and that grabs up and that grabs up our conversation on love in the digital age. It's clear that technology has changed how we form and maintaining romantic relationship, but in amazing and challenging ways. If we didn't have these platforms, how different would our love lives be? Let's keep asking these questions and reflecting on how we can build healthier connections in the tech-driven world. Thanks for listening, and until next time, stay curious and connected. But don't forget to long off once in a while. Thanks you for joining me today. See you.
Bye.